In a world where borders fade away, where hearts unite and colors sway, we'll break the chains of greed and strife, embrace the dawn of a new life. No more walls dividing lands, no more clenched fists, no iron hands. We'll build bridges made of love, guided by the stars above. Our anthem sings a symphony of hope that rings from every corner, every shore. We're right together forevermore. In this realm without corruption stain, where kindness blooms like gentle rain, we'll sow compassion, reap respect, and end the fractures we neglect. No more wars fueled by greed, no more hunger left to feed. We'll plant seeds of empathy, watch them grow into unity. Harmony by the stars above, find smiles across miles. Harmony among our things, infamy among forevermore. The currency be kindness, let gold or silver's cold caress. Our wealth is measured in shared smiles across cultures, across miles. Harmony unbound, our anthem sings a symphony of hope that fills from every corner, every shore. We'll rise together forevermore. So let's tear down the walls that bind and leave the past mistakes behind. In this world without division, strife, we'll dance as one, embracing light. Forevermore, forevermore, forevermore. In this realm without corruption, stain will find us blooms like gentle rain. We'll sow compassion, reap respect, and then the factions we neglect. Don't let the currency be kindness, not gold or silver's cold caress. Our wealth measured in shared smiles across cultures, across miles, across miles. Forevermore, let the currency be kindness, gold or silver's cold caress.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Welcome to another live stream. First, I have to say sorry for delaying the stream. I was quite busy, and yeah, the link is there for those who would like to join. I would maybe meanwhile I would share something. I don't know if people will hear this video that I'm going to share. It's a video from this charlatan called New Mahdi. We can go through it a little bit to see what stupid things he's going to say.
Jamal from Morocco. They're asking, first, is it permissible to marry from among the jinn?
Okay, I don't know if you hear that somebody asked him if it is permissible to marry from among the jinn. Okay, let's see.
And the second question is it permissible to seek help from or control and send the jinn?
Okay, it's permissible to, I don't know, to get help from jinn. I don't know how he's going to see the jinn or talk to them, somebody. Let's see.
Now, this is an important question, and I think the answer is even more important. So, in our religion, we don't believe that an individual can claim that something is forbidden or haram.
All right, I would like to see if you, brothers and sisters, if you hear what he's saying. Somebody can in the chat tell me if you hear what he says. He says, in our religion, is not for individual to say what is haram and what is halal.
If the messenger of Allah or the divinely appointed representative didn't say that it was haram.
Okay, divinely represented, pointed represented, is he. He's one of them, according to him. And then another thing is that I don't understand why he has to sit always in a dark room with these special lights, with all those ridiculous pictures. I don't know who these people are, you know. He has to be different, okay? And that hand behind him, what is that hand that symbolize what?
Okay, so we don't.
Yeah, and that statue, I don't know whose picture is that up there. Look at this room and these settings. Everything shows that he is trying to manipulate people's mind. He's, you know, he has learned how to do that when he was making documentary movie about these cults.
Don't have any commandments from any of the prophets or the messengers that ever stated that marrying one of the jinn.
Assalamu alaikum, Munir. Nobody, let me see. Okay, the Kafir Mike. Hello, my brother Kafir. Oh no, not another Almaty. Yes, you didn't know. Just tell me, I hope that you're here. Nobody is allowed to say something is haram. I will talk to you about that, okay, Munir? Assalamu alaikum, yes. What statue is haram? No, that's not haram, okay? Statue is not haram. Just the thing is that I say, why, who is that statue? He's trying to make it, you know, very special, okay? Everything has to be very special, different. Assalamu alaikum, Hourglass. Hey, Mike, yeah. I saw you on a stream with someone. I was laughing. Just tell me, guys, do you hear what this guy says? Is he talking about marriage with the jinn? Yes, yes, he's talking about marriage with the jinn. My favorite subject. Perhaps you would like to marry a jinn, Mike. All right, so let's say if you guys don't hear, just let me know, please.
Is haram, and therefore is haram.
Let me see.
That marrying one of the jinn is haram, and therefore it's automatically halal, in the same way that there was never.
Excuse me, it's like saying that marrying a cow is not haram. Because jinn, if they are like us human, then they should be among us. They should be living with us. Jinn means invisible. So they are invisible. What kind of creation they are that they are invisible and we can marry them? So it means that we don't see them. How can you marry somebody that you don't see? Such a, you know, ignorant person, he cannot even understand this much. Let me see first. Hourglass, how you doing today? Okay. Our prize, yes. I can't join for some reason, no problem. Backstage. You're backstage. I don't see you. You are backstage. Okay, backstage someone. No, jinn don't exist. No, Mike, jinn for me is aliens, okay? They are creatures, but they are not on our planet. That's why we don't see them. That's all. Okay, but they are creatures. But I asked Hamza's din and dots connected to Islam one night, and both of them banned me because they don't understand, because they cannot answer you. Okay, jinn means invisible. Okay, and on another side, they are creatures like angels. Angels are creatures. They are not invisible. Okay, we can see them. The prophets, they saw them. But why we don't see jinns? Because they are not on this planet. Okay, they have believers, they have disbelievers. Let me see. You need to check out page 22. What is page 22? I don't know. Let me see.
Any narration that specifically forbade the smoking of marijuana. So
Okay, so because he says nobody has said smoking marijuana is, I mean, Quran hasn't said, Prophet Muhammad didn't say smoking marijuana is haram. Therefore, it is halal. Okay? I mean, such a nonsense. Quran doesn't say using, what is it? Cocaine or heroin or what is it? Opium. Doesn't say they are haram. So therefore they are halal according to you. Nonsense. Okay. Let me see the link. The link is not working, brother. Okay, let me see once again. Sorry. Present. No, invite. Yeah. Copy. Maybe that was some corruption. Let's see this one. I put now this one. Let's see if this one working. Let me remove that one. YouTube. The other one, change it. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. And peace be with you too, brother. It's working
Alhamdulillah.
now.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay, yes. Let me change that one because the one which is pinned.
Yes.
Yeah, but the one which is pinned, then that one is wrong. Remove, no, place pin message. Okay, change the pin message as well. All right. Yes. Anyway, the guy is. This guy is a charlatan, and he says that because marijuana is not mentioned in the Quran, that is haram, then therefore it is halal. And I said that cocaine and heroin, opium, they are not mentioned in the Quran either, or the Sunnah, whatever. Therefore, they are halal, or what?
He doesn't have any knowledge.
He's just a troll. He's just.
Yes.
Let me see what else he says.
the smoking of marijuana is automatically halal.
Do you hear our class?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes,
Okay.
brother.
Okay.
And there are many narrations and traditions that specify this, that everything is automatically halal unless specifically stated by the messenger that it's haram. So in that sense,
Okay, I have to answer this. I have to answer Manir. Manir said, let me see. Manir said something before about halal haram. Were you a Muslim once? No, Kafir. Kafir Mike is not. He was Christian. Let me see. Shut it therefore that you may be successful. All right. All right, guys, I will, continue because if I just want to concentrate on chats, then I cannot talk. So anyway, And Manir said that, let me see what he said about the halal haram. And in our class, is the talking about marriage. I saw streams. Alaikum state. Anyway, he asked about if you talked no. Let me see DXT. This is a former or what? Where Muslim? No, okay. Anyway, I saw that Manir said about something about halal haram, that if it is not mentioned in the Quran, then it is halal. No. And Manir, in Islam, we have something called ijtihad system. Okay. So there are things that comes later. And as I said, like if Prophet Muhammad said 1400 years ago that cigarette is haram, people would laugh at him. If he said cocaine is haram, they would laugh at him. Okay, it's because they didn't know what is it. It didn't exist at that time. Okay, in Arabia, it existed perhaps in other places, but not in Arabia. Okay, so therefore we have this ijtihad system to change the laws, you know, by the time. Like Quran says, fast from sunrise to sunset. Okay, that's not possible in North Sweden, and I mean not only North Sweden, in north parts and south parts of like Antarctic. It is not possible in winter and summer. So the mujtahideen or scholars, those who have the right to give fatwa, okay, they have to, you know, match the law with the time. For example, free a slave. Those we don't need anymore, because so a mujtahid, you know, has to say that no, those verses are not for today anymore, so they are abrogated. Okay, and you can choose yourself your you know, scholar. It doesn't have to be you know, any scholar who said something you have to follow. It is your responsibility to understand that this you know, scholar is right or wrong. If a scholar says that like this guy, okay, like this guy, he claimed to be Mahdi. You have to wait, Manir, because your device is not connected yet. Okay, like this guy who claimed to be, just a second, that claimed to be Mahdi, okay, but he's talking rubbish. There are scholars who also talk rubbish, okay? So you have to understand yourself, because you are the one who will answer God in the judgment day. Yes, Brother Hourglass, yes.
Yes, thank you, brother. Yes, I would like to say a few things if Allah wills.
Yeah,
It's
inshallah. Just have to say
I
salam
believe that-
alaikum. Salam alaikum, Manir.
عليكم السلام عليكم السلام
Salam alaikum, brother.
عليكم السلام.
Yeah, let's Hourglass say something. Let's see what you want to say.
Yes, I have a video that is very short about a Muslim who did a really bad thing. It's very short, and I would
Okay.
like to say to us to respond, because this is not the way of Islam. He was not being.
Okay.
We need to be merciful.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
we need mercy,
yeah,
but
yeah,
he
we can,
didn't show any mercy.
yeah.
Somebody, yes, I would like
Yeah,
us, if
yeah, we
Allah
will.
wills.
Yeah, inshallah, we will do that. Let's see what this guy saying more. Or Manir, you want to add something before?
Who is this guy actually that is speaking?
This guy is a cult leader. Actually, he started when he was young with another guy. They went and make videos, a documentary movie about cults, cult leaders, to expose how they manipulate their people's mind. And I think, yes, and I think he has learned very good how to do that. So he started a cult himself, and he claimed to be Mahdi. He claimed to be the successor of Jesus. He claimed to be the Pope.
Okay.
You know, so he's a
Okay. Okay.
a great Dajjal. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So, and he says a lot of rubbish things, like we said now,
I
because
did.
marijuana is not in the Quran, it's not haram in the Quran, then therefore it is halal. And then
It
I
is,
said, sorry,
but Mike said it is mentioned intoxicants are prohibited, right?
yes, intoxicant,
So what is this guy talking about then?
yeah.
Intoxicants.
Yes, intoxicant. Yes, exactly. So
Uh,
these also come in that category. That what is it? And I said as well, Manir, that this ijtihad system in Islam is a system that's supposed to match rules according to the time. Okay, and then
right. Yeah.
yes, and then there are things that comes later that also.
Like cigarettes, huh?
Like cigarettes, or I don't know, but I don't come to something right now, but maybe like LSD, for example. I don't know, things like
Yeah.
this. Okay.
From this day, yeah.
Yes, from these days, yes. And there are things like this that harm your health, so these are also forbidden. A scholar supposed to give fatwa for such a things. Okay.
Yes, but he's no scholar. I think he's
No, this
just
guy,
he's-
this guy is a charlatan. That's all.
exactly. He's
What origin?
spouting nonsense.
Sorry.
Where was he born?
Actually, as I know, I think he's originally from Iraq, but he has been born. Sorry. He said his mother is from Egypt and father from the West. I don't know which guy. I think USA. Yes, father. And then he said that, like Zulqarnain, my father is from the East. Sorry, my mother is from the East. My father is from the West. He was saying like this. And it is so ridiculous because Zulqarnain, first of all, the East and West of whom? Okay. If you say
The
Saudi
West,
Arabia,
then.
yeah, if it is
Yeah.
you take somebody in Saudi Arabia, both of them are the West. Both
Right,
Egypt and USA is the West. Okay.
Yeah, but in our terms, the West is that. For me, the East is China, for example. But he mentions
exactly.
Iraq as the East, so whatever. But okay, so he's like me. I am 50% also 50% from a Muslim country. But does he
So
speak?
you are Mahdi.
I am 50%. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Mahdi,
Alhamdulillah.
another Mahdi here.
I really don't care about the names that they give my friends. But my question is, does he speak Arabic? Does he can he read the Quran from the origin?
I don't know exactly. He says some. I mean, he talk a little bit Arabic and read some Arabic, but I don't know because I'm not Arab. So is he reading correct or not? Okay.
Yeah, I just ignore a guy like this. But
No, I ignore. But the thing is that some people are so uneducated that they fall for his lies. Okay.
what a surprise!
And another thing is that he has money. Okay, you see how much and
Documentaries, huh?
yes, and he spend. No, it is. I believe myself that because his headquarters is in London, I believe that UK government is behind him because UK's policy is to divide people and rule them. Okay, that's UK's old policy: divide people and rule them. So this is also another division between people, and everybody talk about this guy now that he's claiming these, and the people get busy with this, and then they forget other things.
Can I say something about the Mahdi? Because Muslims in Islam, they believe that Mahdi will come when times are really changing, when women are like guys, when guys are like women, when boys kiss with. I heard some Muslims, they tell me this, right? But I just want to tell you this, guys. Even with the Jews in the Torah, there are 5 genders.
Okay.
So
in the Torah.
Yes, in the Torah there is mentioned 5 genders. Did you know this?
No, I didn't know that.
I bet look it up. They have names for 5 different genders. So what I want to tell you is transgenders. They already existed in millennia ago.
No, I know. It has been existing always. Yeah, that's for sure. And I've said it before. There are many. You have to accept it. There are certain people who are born, with
Also,
with more
deformities. Yes.
yes, hormones from opposite sex. Yeah, they are
Yes.
like
Yes.
like a man, but their hormones, the women hormones, is more. So that's why today we can help them. We can give them the right hormones and so on. But
Yes.
they have existed. But a lot of them are, the victims of the society. I have noticed it. For example, in Philippines, there are a lot of them. Okay, it
In
doesn't mean
Thailand
that,
also.
yeah, in Thailand also. It means
Lady boys.
yes, it means that it is something with the society. It's not that a lot of them are born in that way. No, it is something
Yeah.
with the society that make them like that. Yeah.
I think yes, they get slaved, they get raped. I think also, and I think that people suffer really bad, and I think in isolated countries like Philippines and Thailand, where there is not so much control, because the age of consent is 14 years old there. Huh?
Yeah.
14, huh? So 14-year-olds they can have intercourse with 50-year-olds. Huh? Can you imagine this?
I know.
So
That it's a lot of
I think they get enslaved, and I think kids really suffer.
Yeah.
It's very ashamed.
Another thing is, Manir, I have to say that I have to tell you is that Pakistan and Afghanistan, especially in Pakistan, they have a terrible, despite they are Muslim countries, yeah, and people are Muslim, but they have a terrible, tradition that in their weddings, boys must dress like women and dance, and dance in women dress. And
Pardon?
yes. And then I was there. I was living in Pakistan 7 months before I go to India, and then from there come to Sweden. It was 1988. Okay, and usually I used to see on the buses, men, real men, and but with women dress, and because they were working in this field. Okay,
And
so
Muslim, huh?
yeah, I mean it is Pakistan. Yeah, they are Muslims.
It's not a
supposed-
cult or not a specific sect or something. It's really
No,
Sunni
no.
Muslim
No,
Islam.
it is not sect. I say this is their tradition, and they invite these people, and because of poverty, these people, they are forced to go to such a line to become, to make some money, unfortunately.
Yes.
And then they sleep with them as well. They start with this in a very young age, 9, 10. Some family, they sell their sons for this, only this. Yes. And I remember I saw a documentary from Afghanistan. The guy had wife, and he had one of these boys with him to sell him for weddings, and he had with him also intercourse himself while he had a wife. Okay. So
Pardon? Can you repeat the last phrase?
yeah, he had intercourse with the boy as well.
What?
Yeah. It is terrible. Yes. So that poor boy, if he was born and raised in a normal family, not different place, he would never become like this. Yeah. So some of these people are the victims of the society.
Society, yes.
Yes. All right. So shall we continue to watch this guy, or a little bit to see what he says a little bit more?
Marrying a jinn would be halal, it's not haram. And there are actually some narrations, both in Judaism and in Islam, that hint that people have done this, or explicitly state actually that people have done this in the past. There are even some narrations that state that the Queen of Sheba was a hybrid of both. She was a hybrid.
Oh my God. Because when you don't see something, he say himself that jinn means invisible. When you don't see something, okay, then how you can marry that something that is invisible?
Yeah, right. It's contradiction. Huh?
Yeah. What happened to Hourglass? He left. Okay. Anyway,
Yes.
so you see such a ridiculous, stupid claims. Yeah. That
Yeah,
this-
Muji, you want to watch it? I also don't believe in jinns.
Yeah, no,
Maybe
no, no.
aliens,
No, I
aliens,
tell
like
you.
you say,
No, wait, yes, exactly.
extraterrestrial, maybe.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Yeah, he says himself that some people believe that they are aliens. Yeah, but the thing is that yes, that's the only possibility is that nothing here is here on this planet, nothing except us. Okay.
So you don't think when someone acts bad that it is a jinn because he's
It-
possessed by jinn? You
no,
think
no,
it's all excuses,
it is just.
right?
Yeah, listen, it is just either they what is it? They play, or they are they have some disease, mental disease. Understand?
Yeah. Yes. The
There is
personal
not,
disorder. Yes.
there is nothing else. Mike. Salam alaikum, my brother Mike.
Hourglass. Here. Hallo, Gafir Mike. Hallo.
How are you?
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Yeah, fine, thank you.
Very good.
Salam alaikum. We said salam alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Wa alaikum salam. Salam
Yeah,
alaikum.
yeah.
Yeah, I was just
How-
in Germany. I gave salams to a few people. They returned them, but not
Okay.
too often.
Muslims, they cannot return back alaikum salam to you.
To me as well, Mike. They say
Right.
wa alaikum. They say to me wa alaikum right away. Because
I don't
Yeah.
care. I don't
Yeah.
care about.
No, I don't care either because they consider me as a kafir. You know.
You shut the fuck up. Simple.
Yeah.
Superior, you shut up.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, Munji, I linked the book that I read about jinn many years ago. Well, not many years ago, 10 years
Okay.
ago.
Okay.
On page 22, Ibn Taymiyyah said it was common for jinn to marry people.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Okay.
There's also a guy called the E-Sheik,
Mhm.
and he has his whole ruling about
Yeah, I wanted to see this guy Ibn Taymiyyah, or who the hell who says about such a things, to ask him, okay, if jinn means invisible, okay, then how can they marry, okay, something that is invisible?
right.
Understand?
Well, the one Muslim who's answered me on YouTube was the Muslim Lantern, and he said jinn can have sex with humans by first possessing another human.
What?
So
Okay.
jinn are known to possess humans. You guys don't believe
Yeah,
that?
I don't believe, but they believe.
Okay.
Yeah, they believe.
Jinn-
It is another business. Yeah, it is another.
Yes.
They're shapeshifters. They can take the forms of snakes, right?
Yeah,
if there's
yeah.
a snake in your house, if you
Yeah,
read that
that's
book,
it.
it'll
that's
tell
it.
you if there's a snake in your house, you have to ask it nicely to leave 3 times and give it 3 days to leave. And if it doesn't, then you can kill it. Unless it's a snake with 2 black stripes, they cause miscarriages and blindness. Those snakes you can kill right off the bat.
Right on.
Matter of fact, Omar Suleiman
Oh my.
of the Yaqeen Institute or whatever out in California did
Yeah.
a lecture on jinn and sex. And he said, well, if you really want to fill your lecture hall, do a lecture on marrying the jinn. That
Okay.
Muslims love it. That's very fascinating to them. So
Mhm.
I'm on what was it?
It's-
Dawa over Dunya. I asked them about it. One guy, on Dots Connect, Fawad, to get the Brazilian guy, he's like, what? I've never heard of this. You're crazy. What are you talking about? And then one of the other guys is like, well, no, I know a sister who, gets aroused in her sleep, what the Greeks would call a succubus, right? That when she's asleep, something comes and has sex with her.
The
So,
jinn, some jinn.
They think that's the jinn, yeah.
Maybe she has, look, Mike, maybe she has sex with somebody and then blame the jinn. Who knows?
That could be. That could be.
They can blame the jinn. Or I don't know, I was sleeping, somebody had sex with me.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Manira,
Might have just been a
everybody
dream,
went. Everybody went.
But yeah,
Okay.
if you look, I have a link in the backstage in the private chat here. This E-Sheik guy, he says that, you have to invoke the name of Allah before you have sex, or else the jinn will wrap around your urethra and have sex with your wife with you.
Okay, let it be. I think that we don't need to talk about such a stupid, ideas. They say a lot of stupid things that, I hope that one day, it will be, because now the new generation, Mike, they study, they educate themselves, So they get distance from these stupid things. Yeah, slowly. Hourglass. Okay, this link is what is it, Mike? We will check the Hourglass
Yes.
link. You have shared 2 links, my Hourglass. The first one, shall I play?
Yes, brother. Thank you.
You're welcome. Just a second.
This way we can react together if Allah wills, because I was appalled by such behavior from a Muslim, right? He
Okay.
has no mercy. No mercy, brother.
Okay. Let me see. Present. Share screen. Which one was that? Is respectful. Yeah. Is that it's respect?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, brother.
Okay. Let
Our
me see.
Muslim brothers and sisters in Yemen are dying and in desperate need of your help. Without urgent support,
Because I called my dog Muhammad once,
This guy.
and he gave
Yeah.
me like a wink.
This guy we saw. He's an idiot. Yeah. He's a great idiot. Yeah. And he says he's a former Christian converted to Islam. Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
He said, yeah.
What'd you say? What'd you say? Are you serious? I'm sorry. Why have you decided to do dawah on the street in a predominantly non-Muslim environment? Knowledge is useless unless it is shared. If I learn something, if I don't pass it on to someone else, then what I know is completely useless. You're touching the hearts and minds of people, and you're getting them to see a truth. Very prominent in the field of dawah. He goes by the name of Abdul Wahab, and he's also known as the Warner.
He's the one God alone.
Yeah. Yeah. What's up, man? What's your name, bro?
Julian.
Julian. Okay. Wahab. Nice to meet you, man. What's up? You ran here or what?
Yeah. No, I was just at the beach and I just had some shrimp.
Oh, okay. Nice. So why are you running though?
No, I just got a Islam.
Oh, you just got this one.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. So when did that happen?
Just recently.
Okay, why you still got a cross on your neck?
Yeah, well, I kind of follow both. I
Okay.
Allah the Messiah, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I was reading. There was a debate on TikTok. They were like, "Is Jesus the Messiah, or is he just the son of God, or is he a prophet?" But it says in the Quran, it's like around page 20 or something. It says Allah the Messiah. So
No. We don't say. Yeah.
that's the translation.
Yeah. It's right here. If you want to open up, yeah, you can. Yeah.
Jesus. I don't know. Actually, I'm not. It was on my phone. I don't know.
No worries. So we'll inform you that Allah is not the Messiah. Allah sent the Messiah. You get what I'm trying to say? Because the thing is, on this earth, if you see God, it's already over.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say? The whole idea is being tested by God without seeing Him.
I do think because I called my dog Muhammad once, and he gave me like a wink.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Are you serious? I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Get out of here, bro.
I didn't know.
Get out of here, bro. Hey, get out. That's it.
Such a stupid guy.
Yes.
And he said he was talking. He said, once I gave it, name Muhammad. We didn't know. Maybe he was going to say, but I realized that I was wrong, so I changed it. Yeah. He even didn't let him speak. He said, once I get, and the guy was going, you idiot, you were calling him Mike. Yeah. This guy was called Manir. What happened to you?
Yes.
Added you.
He just
Anyway.
grabbed him like that.
Yes,
It's completely wrong, because the Muslim, according to the Prophet, peace be upon him, is the one whom others are safe from his hand and from his tongue. This is not the way.
Yeah, excuse me.
And I don't think the Warner's a revert. I think he was born a Muslim. But
No,
anyway.
he said once I remember he said that I'm myself revert. I was a Christian.
Okay.
So he said, yeah.
But then he throws the kid's hat in the water.
Unless he lied, I don't know.
He said that he's
I think he's
from
Latino.
Pakistan, but he's
No, he's not from
Pakistan.
Pakistan. I think he's
that's
Latino.
what he said, I believe. And he said that he was a Christian at some point, but then he came to Islam. But yes, this is not the way to do. But it's not the first time. In many instances, he acted like this, even with another individual. And I'm really ashamed, because he uses bad language too.
I have to say,
he said the F word and so on and so forth.
Okay, yes. Now, Manir, the other one was not connected. This one is connected. So
Muji, I'm gonna say this for the last time, because I always see that you look at this. But when someone joins StreamYard, first you need to click give access to the microphone and to the camera, you need to wait always 5 seconds. So please don't bother, really, because I really have to wait automatically 10 seconds, and then I can press the microphone and then I can speak. So really
right,
don't.
All right, no,
yes.
I was just saying so that you don't think that I don't see you, I don't take you in. Okay.
Yes, I was calling, and what did the Warner did to the Christian? What did he do? Did he punch him?
He punched him. Yeah,
He
You
grabbed
gotta be
him.
kidding.
Yeah,
He didn't
he's-
punch him, but he
Hey,
grabbed
look
him
at
by
him.
the
Yeah.
shirt.
Did he
grabbed him
said
by the shirt.
that he called his dog Mohammed?
Yeah, he said I called my dog once. I called
It
my
was
dog.
him.
Yes, yes.
I saw this.
Because I called my dog Muhammad, but I heard that he said once I called my wait.
But why?
seeing him.
I do think because I called my dog Muhammad once, and he
He said once. You see, once.
Right.
But why?
And
But why did he say this?
he's saying the dog winked at him. I think
Sorry?
he's trying to be funny. He said, I called my dog Mohammed once and he winked at me.
But this is disrespectful, right? Intended.
No, I mean I don't know why he said it, but you see, the guy wasn't even a very normal guy. You know, he was like. But anyway, whatever. You don't do such a things when you are giving dawah to be. Wait.
gave me like a wink.
What'd you say? What'd you say? Are you serious? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know. Get out of here, bro.
Speaking of weed, they're in Southern California. That kid was probably high as a kite.
Yes, but they didn't
Perhaps
give him
the guy,
a
yes,
chance.
as you said, the guy was high. Yeah, perhaps he was.
I
high.
think so.
Yeah,
Looks
and
like.
then I remember I saw he was doing like this, you know, with his hair. You know, he didn't know.
Yeah,
he
but
wasn't even talking, proper. And anyway, you just maximum is that you say, "Excuse me, can you please leave? You know, we're not respectful to my religion. Then just leave. That's all. You cannot attack people.
Exactly. And
That's
then
the
if-
maximum. Yes.
If you keep playing it, his buddy gets like all gangster into the camera too. Like, that's how we roll. And, or whatever. It's kind of funny.
Of course.
He got like 3 million views on this thing.
Yeah,
I think he does.
No, get out of here, bro. Hey, get out of here. That's it.
Okay, I think we don't need to watch
I
more.
think
No?
his.
But he has
Sorry?
many
Perhaps the
videos,
verses
where
of
he
the
punch.
Quran, we can listen to them.
Listen to
Alhamdulillah.
who?
Alhamdulillah.
The
Hourglass.
verses.
The video continuation. I really like the integrity Hourglass.
You want to Hourglass? You said that we continue to watch it.
He wants to hear the
It's-
verse of the Quran.
The verses, yes, because
In the video.
Yes.
Alhamdulillah.
كلما ألقي فيها فوج سألهم خزنتها
Such a Warner. Yeah, not this Warner.
I saw more videos where he punched guys. I also saw an Armenian with red hat. First, he was speaking like an hour to the Warner with just normal, just speaking normal. And then at the end, he returned to the Warner. He said, "You fucking Muslim, your prophet is a pedophile." And then he said, "You lost me because you didn't mention Zionists." And then he said, "You want to punch me, right?" The Warner said, "Yes." And then he said, "You cannot do that because if you do that, then you are aggressive, and then I'm gonna sue you." And then he left. So I want to tell you, the Warner sometimes he can be aggressive, but he doesn't do it. And sometimes when he does,
Perhaps
you
he's
understand?
afraid. No, okay.
When he sees that, and then he is aggressive.
Perhaps he's afraid. Okay, if you are afraid.
Also.
Yeah. Otherwise, he would do that.
Yes.
Yeah, that guy you're talking about, I remember I saw that video. He's a little short guy, and he's like, "You want to throw me in the water now, don't you? You want to punch me?"
Yeah.
Warner kept his calm that time. He just seemed to snap there real quick. I mean, he's like 6'6" or something. He's got to be 300 pounds. He's a huge dude.
Yeah, but
Hello,
the Armenian guy, he stood up to the Warner, and he did nothing.
Right. They said he
And
was Armenian.
now the guy in the video, he just said something casual, and you see how aggressive he was. So I think it's double standards with the Warner.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
and actually,
it's
if you
wrong
watch
too.
Sajid Lipham review that video, he even brings up that other guy's video and pulls it up and says, "Here, this guy's being much nastier than this dude was, just trying to make a little joke about a dog."
Right.
And
Right.
he didn't do anything. He kept his calm there, but
But
he seemed to
it is,
snap a little bit there.
but it is blasphemy. You don't say I call my dog. Allee, that is really also over the top.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think.
But anyway, yes. But
Yes, it's
Manir, you that's we understand. No, you don't say like that. But if
Yes.
somebody say, okay, you have no right to beat that person. Okay, you
yes,
have
of
no
Yes,
right.
of course.
yes, yes, exactly. You
That,
he
that's
he acted. It's wrong what he said, but
yeah.
that doesn't give him the right to do such a thing because
Yes.
he didn't do anything to him
Mhm,
specifically.
yes.
He was just saying something, and I disagree as well. As a Muslim, of course, it's blasphemy. It's wrong, but it might be that he could have been corrected properly with words rather than with by pulling him over the table like this, like a rag doll. It's
Mhm.
just wrong, and you could see the
Hourglass.
fear in this brother. I mean, this individual, Jordan, I believe. He was so scared. He said, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry." He didn't
Yes.
sound like a nasty person. He sounded like
It was
somebody.
casual.
Exactly. So this was wrong, over the top.
But Hourglass, don't you think that I think also, I agree that the youth must be disciplined. And I don't believe words anymore. I was grown up with punches if I didn't listen. And I think it's a good technique. You condition kids good. You let them behave with, yes, slaps. And discipline, I think the youth needs more, yes.
I didn't understand.
Well,
You mean that
in America, we don't have blasphemy laws in America. They were
No.
thrown out back in the 1930s, I think. An atheist in
Mhm.
Boston took it to the Supreme Court. I see there's a Pakistani guy in the British Parliament who wants to bring the blasphemy laws back. But
Mm.
I mean, do you guys know any of these cases? Like out of Indonesia, a woman asked a friend at the market asked a Muslim woman, she was a Buddhist. She said, "Hey, can you ask the men at the mosque to turn the loudspeaker down? It's gotten so loud it hurts my ears." They
Yeah.
threw her in jail for 18 months for blasphemy. The Hope case,
Whoa.
the guy,
Yeah, but yeah,
the guy was
Mike,
running for governor, and
yeah.
one of his
Mike.
opponents quoted 551, and he came back and said, "Yeah, that doesn't mean you can't vote for me because I'm not a Muslim." They threw him in jail for it. We had a professor in an art history class showed a picture. She gave trigger warnings to the Somali Muslims in Minnesota. I'm going to show a ancient picture drawn by a Muslim artist of Muhammad, and they made a federal case out of it. Got the woman fired. She since sued and got some money out of it. But the Muslims literally called it Islamophobic to show a painting of Muhammad
Yes.
in an art class.
Okay, Mike. Let me say.
That's
Wait, Manir. According to Hadith, okay, Prophet Muhammad was stoned, okay, by people of Mecca. But never he reacted or he punished somebody, even those who were attacking him. And then there is a hadith that says that Prophet Muhammad had a neighbor or somebody who every time he was passing that street, that guy was throwing trash on him. Then one day he didn't.
It was
do
an
that.
old lady. And
Yeah,
that's,
old lady.
that's not a hadith. It is a story that Muslims like to tell. And I'm like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
you guys
Okay,
behave
so
like him.
yeah.
She doesn't throw garbage at him one day, and he asks about her, and the daughter,
Very-
whoever said, "Oh, she's sick." He goes in and prays for her at her sick bed, and she gets better, and she becomes a Muslim.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
That's
Exactly.
the story.
So this is contradictory. Either that's true or what you say about one of these that somebody cursed Prophet Muhammad and he cheered her to half. All these things. I mean,
A mercy,
yes.
a
I
mercy
mean,
to the world.
yes. I say we have to see these hadiths according to Quran. Does Quran permit such a things? If it doesn't permit, then these things that they say about Prophet Muhammad, they are a bunch of lies. Okay, and yes, Quran says Allah does not forbid you from those who do not fight you because of your religion and expel you from your home from being righteous toward them and act justly. Okay,
Exactly.
so this is what we have to act upon. Salaam alaikum, my brother. Follow
And
salam.
I would like
Okay.
Good
Yes.
evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Very good.
Just
Yes.
wanted to join in.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah.
And
Thank you.
Yes. Hourglass.
yes, I'm very shocked by his way of acting, the Warner, because I believe he said something in the lines of violence, that he comes from a background of where everything was solved by violence. It's
And
crazy.
you are violent, yeah, and you are violent because of that. Okay, I come also from a place that everything, there are lots of violence. So should I also act because
It's
of
like
that?
yes,
According to that.
it's like what you said, brother. It's like barbarians. It's like gladiators, right?
Mhm.
Who it was the time when, obviously, especially back in those days, where people used to settle every conflict with violence. But we've
Mhm.
moved past that.
Yes.
Nowadays we are civilized. We don't want to harm
So called.
others. And this person, yes, he was saying something in those lines. I'm paraphrasing. I apologize if I'm wrong, but I
Mhm.
believe that he said once that he comes from this background of violence where everything was settled with violence. It
Mhm.
sounds like it's not right. It's a gang mindset, brother.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a bit.
At least
Exactly.
okay. Okay. At least if he apologized later, did he
Yes.
apologize for that?
No, he did. And that's the crazy thing, is that I believe that he had one of those, a hat, and he just threw it away over the pier. And he said, the F word and so on and so forth. So it's completely wrong. It's
Mhm.
it's not from Islam at all. In another video, there was a fight even with I believe it was an atheist who was saying bad things about Islam, but he could have ignored him. He could have, yes, it's
I mean,
there's
Quran
no
says,
need
yeah,
for violence.
Quran
Violence is
says
wrong.
Quran says if such a moment happens, just leave. Okay, just
Mm.
leave or wait until the subject changes. It doesn't say go and attack them.
Well, Munji, like your story about the old woman who would throw garbage at her in front of Muhammad.
Yeah.
Also, who was it? Abu Jahl, Jahl.
Yeah.
He was praying and he threw like sheep intestines on his back one time.
Uh-huh.
But us Islamophobes would say, but that was all when he was in Mecca, when he was weak. Once he established more strength in Medina,
Okay.
his actions changed. He became more. Wasn't there a poet who supposedly made up a poem about him that was disrespectful? And he said, "Who's going to kill that guy for me?" Or one time somebody walked by and said something to him. He's like, "How come nobody killed that guy?"
Okay. Yes. Yes. I have to tell you this, Mike. Okay. Quran in chapter 3, verse 7, we have to say, I believe in it. All of it is from our Lord. Okay. So there is no Meccan verses or Medina verses. You have to believe in all of them. I have to act upon all of them. Okay. Meccans or Medinas. They are not abrogated Meccans, verses. That when chapter 60, verse 8 says, Allah does not forbid you from those who do not fight you because of your religion, from being just towards them and righteous. So that verse is also that I have to follow that, or those verses that talk about people of the book, that you have to talk to them in the best way, except for those who commit injustice, and tell them that we believe in what has been revealed to you, what has been revealed to us, and all those beautiful things. Okay, so I have to follow them as well. And those Islamophobes that say like that, they just want to, they try to attack Islam. That's all. They are not saying what is true, because Mike, when Prophet Muhammad conquered Mecca, he forgave everybody. Hind had killed his uncle, and even she was spared. She was not even put in jail one day, or her husband Abu Sufyan, who was the greatest enemy of Islam. Prophet Muhammad said all closed doors are safe. Okay, every closed door, everybody in Abu Sufyan's house are safe. Okay, so it wasn't, if he had the power and he could kill everybody. I have to be careful because usually I go now on TikTok, and there on TikTok you cannot say kill. You have to say unalive. Have you been on TikTok, Mike?
Right. Yeah, I hear people saying on a live. I'm like, what in the world are they talking about? But yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
yeah,
it's-
because TikTok, I think they ban if you say kill. There are certain, you cannot say ISIS, you cannot say Taliban. You have to say, yeah, you have to say T group and other things. I don't know. It's a very stupid law.
It's so childish. Yes, it's nonsense. What
Did
happened to
Hind
freedom of speech?
Yeah,
did
Hind, what?
Hind eat the guy's heart?
Yeah, they say. I mean, they say that she asked the slave who killed him to take out his heart, and that's why they call her the heart eater.
She took a bite out of it.
Yeah, because she hated him very much because he killed his father, I think, and brother. That's why
Yes.
she wanted to revenge. So anyway, that's it. It is not Mecca and Medina, and I have to say this: Ali Radiallah wrote these letters to his governor. How many
Before
years?
Caliph.
25 years after Prophet's death. Okay, that says to his governor of Egypt. Let me see, Malik. Yeah, how he says to treat people. Okay, Malik. Okay, here.
Ali.
All right. So now, Ali radiallahu says, Malik, kindness, forgiveness, and loving the people should be your priority. And do not attack them like a wild animal, because people are two groups. One is those who are your brothers in religion, and one those who are your brothers in creation. So according to Ali radiallahu, you, Mike, you are my brother in creation. Okay, or many. Yes, another. People do bad deeds because of different reasons, intentionally or by mistake. But you forgive them as you expect that your God forgives your bad deeds. You are stronger than the people, but remember that the one who put you there is stronger than you, and God is stronger than the one who put you there. The worst people for you must be those who try to reveal people's mistakes and sins, because people make mistakes and sins, and the governor is the one who must cover them. Do not try to find out people's mistakes, because your duty is to fix the problems that leads people to bad deeds. It is exactly what I say always, Mike. Yeah, I say we have to see the problem that guide people to these mistakes. That's why we have to rehabilitate them. All right. And then it says, your duty is to fix the problem that leads people to bad deeds, and it is God's right to judge people, not yours. Cover people's mistakes and sins as much as you can so that God covers yours. There are many more of that. But anyway, so this is 25 years later when they had a lot of power, okay? When they had the power to do whatever they want. But yes, Mike.
Right. Do you know the Our Father, the Christian prayer, Our Father?
No.
Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us.
Yeah.
Same concept.
The Lord's Prayer.
Yeah,
The Lord's Prayer, yes.
I know the prayer in Dutch by heart, yes.
That's also beautiful, yeah. So, and yes. Anyway, there was another link you had, Hourglass. What is that?
It's the same video. Sorry.
Oh, okay,
Yes,
no,
it's
okay,
the same.
And Mike, you are still a Christian?
No,
he's
I'm an atheist.
He's an atheist.
You are agnostic.
No, he's going to.
If you like.
He's going to burn in hell forever.
No. That is all BS, really.
No,
Nobody speaks for God. It's real.
Many. I'm joking with him. He knows.
Yes, alhamdulillah. But atheists, they don't exist. Agnostic they are. Huh? Alhamdulillah.
No, he's atheist, yeah? Mike?
I believe there is no God, but you can call me anything you want. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Nobody knows this. Nobody knows this. Only God knows, my dear friend. Alhamdulillah.
All right.
Well, if he asks me to jump into the lake of fire on Judgment Day, I'll do it. I'm in on that one. That's the big test for those who haven't heard Islam properly, right?
Is that also a story?
Full out wheels.
No, I just
wills, yes.
Yeah, I just say
that, yes, as long as one is sincere, they try their level best, because everybody has their own ability. So we're not all, able to understand, so we leave judgment to God. And yes, if those who haven't received the message properly, or that they've, or
Yeah, that,
a
not only
distorted
that,
message like ISIS and
not
Taliban
not
and all
only
these
that,
people, then maybe they
hourglass.
have a chance if Allah wills.
No, not only those who haven't received. Some people receive it, but they might
But
not
it's
understand.
ISIS.
No,
Yes, and Taliban.
no, I'm not talking about ISIS and Taliban. I'm talking about people who receive the message, but they don't understand it very well. It is not convenience for them. But the thing is that it should be convenience to them to understand what is right and what is wrong. Okay, so as long as you avoid wrong things, bad deeds, and you do good deeds, that's all. It should be enough for you to,
Yes, there are many aid workers, who put their lives on the line to help others. They do a lot of great deeds.
Yeah, exactly. That's great for them. And there are lots of Doctors Without Border who are atheists, and they go to Africa, and
Yes.
so they are much better than a lot of ridiculous, stupid so-called Muslims who don't give them. And it is in chapter 107, Mike. Yeah, says that woe to you who just pray and don't give the minimum aid. Yeah, so it is not about just praying and fasting. It's about doing good deeds.
It's the heart. Yes,
Yeah.
the heart is where it really. If your heart is corrupt, everything will be. So one has to purify his heart. For instance, when we look at what ISIS and
Yeah, they are just they are a bunch of
Hourglass, you sound like Jesus Christ. You sound for me like a Christian. If you tell me that only the heart counts, then you sound for me like a Christian.
Oh, okay. Well,
no, Mani, wait. The thing is that, hourglass, wait. Mani, unfortunately, a lot of Christians says, I know them a lot. Even when I say I'm a Christian because I follow Jesus' command, they say, no, you have to believe Jesus is Son of God, otherwise you go to hell. Okay?
No. Stop. No. Oh, stop. Mike, tell me Muslims say this, Christians say this. Muji, please, I don't care about what people say. Really, it's very simple. Only the heart counts. It's very simple. Whatever people speak, I really don't care. My dear friends.
Yes, no, I say, a lot of Christians say like this. Not all of them, perhaps, but a lot of Christians. Am I right or wrong, Mike?
Okay, but I don't care.
I know that you don't care, but I say that not all Christians believe in that. Okay,
right. Some Christians will say faith gets you into heaven, and then other Christians say faith without works doesn't get you into heaven. You got to be good. You can't just believe.
Okay. And
like Johnny Cash would say, he was a Christian. He believed Jesus was the way, the truth, and the light, so he gets to go to heaven, even though he did drugs and other stuff like that. Other Christians will say, no, you can't have faith without works.
Okay, yes. Words from this one. Yes.
Work, as in
so
doing good.
It's just words. Okay, so what?
Yes.
Well, I'm saying works. Sorry.
Works.
As in to do good deeds. They say faith.
Deeds. Like hourglass, yes. Yes. Good heart, good intentions.
And that's wait. And that's in the Quran as well, Mike. Everywhere that say believe follows with the good deeds. Okay, believing and do good deeds. Okay, not just believing. Believing alone is not.
Belief with action, yes. And as for this narration, the hadith about the ones who haven't been, I believe, who haven't received the message will have to jump in the lake of fire. Yes.
Okay,
and
wait.
It's also, according to some scholars, those who have had a distorted version of the religion. Like, for instance, if all you see is ISIS and Taliban and these people, then obviously a lot of people are scared because these people do not represent the beautiful teachings of Islam.
I have to say something.
It's the message being received.
Yeah, I have to say, answer this guy, okay? I have to say that I do not follow that religion that teaches you so hate and, being so disrespectful.
Yes, you're a disrespectful person.
Yes, in a life that, we are Muslims and we love you as a human being, okay? But that's what you do is absolutely outrageous. Don't do that. Like this brother Trinity, you can put verses of the Bible, okay, and invite to your religion, and I respect that. But don't curse other people. Problem for Allah is most humanity doesn't believe in Allah. The thing is that, brother Trinity, Allah means God in Arabic, okay? So Allah is not something different like Ganesha or like, I don't know, Krishna, okay? Allah in Arabic means God. Even Christian or Jews, they say God, Allah in Arabic. It is coming also, it's like, what is it in Hebrew? Elohim, okay? It's the same things, the same root, all right? So a lot of people believe in God, you know, Christians believe in God, Jews believe in God, Muslims believe in God, even Hindus, they believe in God, but unfortunately they think that God, there are millions of gods, okay? But a lot of majority of people on this planet believe in God, okay? So don't think that Allah is something different. Arab people don't say God, they say Allah, okay? So understand this, please, brother, all right? Moji, you are not a Christian if you deny Jesus is Son of God. And if you deny his resurrection, plain and simple, Avery told you this. Okay, listen, I have said this, brother, okay? I have said that if Mike vote for Donald Trump, maybe he doesn't agree with everything Republicans say, okay? But with something he agree and he vote for Donald Trump. So what is he? He's Republican. Am I right, Mike, or not? So you cannot say, no, you cannot be Republican unless you believe in everything Republicans say. Okay, I like Donald Trump because if I could vote, Mike, I would vote for Donald Trump. But he is a stupid in many things. But because he is now putting the mullahs of Iran in such a corner, okay, and he has put a lot of sanction on them, then I would definitely vote for Donald Trump, okay? So I would be, for that, I would be a Republican, but not I believe in everything. So if I believe in love one another, in beautiful teachings of Jesus, okay, then I am a Christian, but not a perfect Christian according to you. No, I'm not a perfect Christian, all right?
Well, and there's plenty of Unitarian Christians that don't believe in the Trinity.
Yeah, then they are not Christians, perhaps. Yeah.
I guess Mark stopped fearing them. But,
okay, look again, Mark, please learn before saying this. Okay, Allah in Arabic is God. Like Prophet Muhammad's father was Abdullah. Okay, Abdullah. He wasn't a Muslim yet. Understand? So in Arabic, Allah means God. Even Arab Christian, they don't say God. Please understand this, because God is in English. Okay? God is in English. It is an English word. All right? Why do you Muslims use that word to refer to God? Because God is in English. Do you understand or not? To this. In Persian, we say Khoda, but we mean Allah, yeah? In Persian, we say Khoda. We never say Allah, okay? Khoda Hafiz. We say Khoda Hafiz. When we say goodbye, Mike, it means that God protect you. Khoda Hafiz. Okay, despite we are Muslim, we don't use Allah, all right? So...
The only Persian I know is Dul.
What?
Dul?
Yeah, Dul. Is that drink? Yeah?
Oh, I thought it meant penis or something. Did you never watch the Shawls of Sunset?
No, I don't know that, because that's not in Persian. I have to pray. Okay, inshallah. Anyway, so...
But, Munji, did you see when Malaysia, the Muslims tried to strike Allah from the Bibles? They were saying the Christians couldn't use the word Allah. It went all the way to their Supreme Court, and the court ruled in favor of the Christians. They could keep their Bibles that said Allah in them.
It was written Allah in the Bible.
What
in the Malaysian Bibles, yeah.
Okay, it was written Allah. Yeah? Okay.
Weird.
I didn't know that. Yeah, but anyway, Allah means God. That's all.
They translate the Bible into Malaysian language, and they're gonna use Allah as the word for God in the Bible. in the Malaysian language.
That's my understanding. I'll see if I can find the link right now. Malaysian
Yeah, I
Allah.
believe you, but it's a remarkable. And the Muslims, they went to the judge for this.
No,
Yeah, this
Muslims went to the court.
But Kafir Mike,
Yeah,
you do.
the Muslims tried to stop him. So you can't use Allah
All right, I have to
for
say,
your God.
yeah, I have to say again because it says Father and then and so on. Okay, I didn't say God. Allah means Jesus. No, Allah doesn't mean Jesus. Allah means God. Okay, God of Jews, God of Muslims, God of whoever. Okay, when a Christian says God, even in Arabic, they say Allah. Okay, Elohim. It is in Hebrew. Elohim, Allah. They are the same.
Right. Or like Dios in the Greek, right?
Yeah, Dios. Yeah, exactly.
Deus in Spanish. Dieu in
Right.
French.
What they say in French?
Dieu.
Dieu. Yeah. Okay.
Dieu.
La ilaha illallah.
All
There is
kind of
no
comes
God.
down from the Latin, I guess.
Yes, of course. Dieu. So, Mike, so you spent a lot of time visiting these streamers and just critiquing Islam.
Yes,
All right.
yes. Too much time, I'm told. I'm obsessed.
You
Okay,
like to do this?
All right. I have to say to this. I have to answer this. Okay. Say la ilaha illallah. There is no God but God. Makes sense. It is not that. It say there is no deity. What is it? Deity except God. All right. It doesn't say there is no God but God. All right. La ilaha illallah. Okay. So if somebody speak Arabic, understand there is no deity except God. Okay. That's the meaning of la ilaha illallah.
I always found it contradictory when Muslims say that there is no God but God.
No,
Do you understand?
I understand. There is
The first sentence, there is no God. I
No,
always
there
found
is-
this weird.
that's crazy because it says there is no deity except God. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we know that Muji. That's what not but Gocha. Ilah means God. Allah is a combination of two words. I say, brother, I say they don't say Ilah, okay? They say Allah, Abdullah, okay? Abdullah was father of Prophet Muhammad. He wasn't a Muslim, okay? Abdullah, all right? So I hope that you understand. That's God bless you. Thank you, my brother, everyone on the call. Thank you, my brother. Welcome, Muji. You're not an Arab and you use that word, which proves.
Alhamdulillah.
No, it doesn't matter. I'm Arab or not. I know what, I know what God means in Arabic, okay? Allah is not father. No, not father. Allah is God, okay? And I said the Jews also believe in God. They don't believe in father, okay? So you have to say their God is different, brother. Yeah? Mike, am I right or wrong? So is Jewish God different than your God? No, it's supposed to be the same God. Okay?
Yes, Yahweh should be the same God as
Yes.
Allah, as God.
Yes.
But then the Christians, if you deify Jesus and you believe in the Trinity, I guess you could make a distinction between. I mean, I lump all the Arabics together, or Arabic religions together as believing in one God, but the whole Trinity thing gets a little messy.
Complete absence of these.
Oh, this is the whole. This is the whole David Wood.
In the
this is
Quran.
the God apologist, guys. How do you reconcile?
What is that? I don't understand exactly.
They're calling it the Quran dilemma or something. I think this is
I
a
don't
new talking point from the Christian proselytizers, David Wood and God Logic, and these guys. This is their big thing, trying to get people to come debate them.
All right, yeah, okay. I have to say, if we are talking about that verse, okay, that verse says, "What has been revealed to you from your Lord," okay, and I don't believe that your Lord revealed to you to stone a human being to death, okay. So please distinguish or kill apostate. No, the Lord never said that. All right, so Quran confirms what has been revealed to you, like love one another, love your neighbors as you love yourself, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Those, those commands are from your Lord. Why would God replace his conventional name with Allah? My brother, I say God is in English. Allah in Arabic is God, okay, in his final revelation. And I said, Prophet Muhammad's father called Abdullah, okay? Abdullah means slave of God, okay, in Arabic, all right? But of course, in Islam doesn't mean slave. In Islam it means obedient, somebody who obey, okay? But anyway, Abdullah means Abd of Allah, Abd of God, all right? Already provided a name to be remembered forever. If he had already provided a name, yeah, that was what is it? His name in Arabic, like father, son. Okay. Anyway, there are lots of comments. If Allah means God, creator, so La ilaha illallah means there is no God, but no, I told you there is no deity except God. It doesn't say there is no God but God. It says there is no deity but God. Okay, there is no one to follow except God. There is no Mujib but Mujib. That's wrong. I told you. La ilaha. It doesn't say La ilaha illallah except Allah. It says La ilaha. Okay, ilaha means deity. La ilaha illallah except Allah. Okay, this much I understand Arabic. Only this much, Mike, I understand. La ilaha. Ilaha means deity. Okay, ilaha. Except Allah. Okay, no deity except Allah. No.
But deity pretty much means God. So I mean,
don't try to deceive. Okay, I'm not deceiving. Okay, but doesn't matter. Okay, yes. Anyway, the message, okay, is important. All right, the message is important, and the message of Jesus is important for me. I don't care that if he's son of God or he's God or he's father of God. I don't care. I just care about the message. Okay, and what am I saying is Allah of Islam is not the same God in Christian. Okay, it's not the same God in Christianity, but it's the same God in Judaism. Okay, it is the same God in Judaism, brother. If Arab Christians do say that, it's most likely due to being surrounded by Arab. I don't know if they call father, okay, but when God, understand this, God in Arabic means Allah. God in Persian is Khuda. And God in French was, Munir, what was that?
Dieu.
Dieu?
Dieu.
Dieu, yes. In French is Dieu. It's not Allah, it's not God, it's Dieu. I hope you understand. In Hinduism in Hindu language is okay? They don't say Allah, they don't say Father, they don't say Jesus, they say It means that the creator, okay? God. Allah is a proper noun, okay? I think it's enough with that. I hope that we all understood what it does mean. All right, so anybody want to say, Salam alaikum, my sister Miske. Allah means the capital letter God. Yes. Yes.
Yes, I think that everyone is deluded, and I think that on YouTube we are now in a new phase. It's actually crazy. We always lived in history, and now the last 50, 100 years we live in the future. So now with YouTube, this is a whole revolution. And now to come back to my point is what I find very, very bad is 100 years ago we were with 4 billion people. Now 100 years later, 9 billion people, only 100 years. So now my point is YouTube and this whole information age and this computer age, what I think is very bad is all the Muslims are influenced by these influencers on YouTube and on Instagram and on everywhere, social platform. And we now saw an example of a bad influencer, but Muji, there are you know how many mistake Ali Dawa, for example, almost all speakers corner, Sheikh Uthman. I like how they speak, but sometimes they say these most ridiculous things.
They
All
are
the Muslims
ridiculous.
now,
They
in
are
every
ridiculous.
country, they are in, but they listen. All the Muslims now, they
Yeah,
listen
I
to this
know.
guy, and
I
they
know.
follow the example.
Many, they will disappear. Okay, it takes time. I know, I understand. But they talk nonsense most of the time. Okay,
Yeah,
but
but yeah.
yeah, that's why they block me, and I have to go all the way to speaker's corner to meet them and debunk them.
Yes, I saw that you went to Shamshi.
Yeah, Shamsi, yes, and they were surrounding me, all of them.
I also don't like Shamshi. Sometimes he speaks
They are
good,
all,
but he's also deluded.
yeah, they are all a bunch of ignorance.
He feels himself superior. He ignores people while someone speaks to him. He says hi while he is speaking. It's superiority. I see only egocentricity with these guys. I just don't like it, and it's not focused on truth. No.
Isn't Uthman claiming the Brits won't let him in now? They're calling him a hate preacher or something.
He wanted to do dawah in Latin America, eh? Yes, huh?
Oh, well, there was something in Grenada, I thought it was, or one of the islands that they didn't
He
let
was
him in.
doing a tour. He was going around a whole trip to this country, then this, there.
Yeah, it was Trinidad,
I didn't
Tobago.
heard. Okay.
It's
Good that he gets a ban.
And also people have looked into his stabbing, and no one can find a police report on his supposed stabbing.
Okay.
And then he claimed he was going to make a documentary on it, and I still haven't seen it. But
all right,
he was a gangster.
Yeah, he was a gangster, I think. Prabal, I want to know what you want to say about that. It is not Sahih, it is trash Bukhari, okay? I already tell you. So what do you want to say? What is written in that stupid hadith? Trash Bukhari. Can you tell me? I'm not going to open trash Bukhari. So if you want, you can say your point or bring anything from the Quran. Yeah. And you just join, please, if you because Mark says his microphone doesn't work. Humanity. Let me see that.
Yeah, because you keep responding to these hate messages, but these are all repetitive messages. These are universal answers that these Christians always say to the Muslims. And I see that you answer, you repeat, but what does it even matter? It's all a waste of time. That tomorrow and after tomorrow, it will always be there.
Yeah. I have to say, Mark, I say it is trash Bukhari. Okay, there are lots of hadiths fabricated there, and I have always said, I've said again, I follow the hadiths that do not contradict the Quran, and they make sense. Okay, they are not stupid hadiths. Okay, Manir went, yeah, but anyway, so if you want to bring a hadith that doesn't contradict the Quran, then you are welcome to bring. Okay, so you don't believe in hadith. I believe in hadith. I said right now, I believe in hadith that goes in line with the Quran. When Quran says, "Hello, Parabel, how are you?"
Am I audible?
Sorry? Yeah.
So you don't believe in hadith?
I said now, Parabel, I said I believe in hadiths that goes in line with the Quran. He said, do you accept the 12 imams? No, I don't accept 12 imams. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I mean, I accept leaders, yeah. Leaders, for example, I accept presidents as well. It doesn't mean that if they were good leaders, then yeah, I can accept them. Yeah, Parabel what?
So not even if it is Sahih?
I said, doesn't matter if they say it is Sahih.
No.
I don't accept that it is Sahih. If it goes against the Quran, then it is trash. That's all. Do you understand? I don't put my salvation on the hand of a bunch of businessmen called scholars to say that this is Sahih. This is not Sahih. Okay, yeah, problem.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
So can you show me the Can you show me the way you read your 5 times namaz from Quran?
Okay, listen, you don't understand. I said I follow Prophet Muhammad teachings. I'm not a Quran alone, okay? I have had debate with
No,
Quran alone, parabel, okay?
no,
Parabel.
no, no,
I have
no.
had, no, listen to me.
So,
Understand this first before you speak,
no,
parabel. Parabel. Before you speak, okay, understand this, okay? That I believe in hadiths that goes in line with the Quran, and I believe in teachings of the Prophet, okay? For example, how to pray, Prophet Muhammad, that was Prophet Muhammad's job. What to do in Hajj, that was Prophet Muhammad's job, okay? To teach us what to do there. And that's my discussion with the Quran alone, all right? But if a hadith contradict the Quran, I reject it. Doesn't matter if stupid Bukhari said it is.
I get it. I get it.
Okay.
I was saying, what did you say in that hadith that goes against Quran, which I quoted?
Well, wait, I don't understand very well because your sound is a little bit difficult to understand. What?
I am saying that I quoted you a hadith. Okay, so what did you see against Quran in that hadith that you rejected that?
Okay, I said that I'm not going to bring anything from Bukhari, but you can tell me what the hadith says, okay? And I tell you right away if it contradicts the Quran or not, because I have read the Quran, yes, and I know what the Quran teaches me. Okay, read the hadith.
Okay.
Please.
Yes. So the hadith Sahih al-Bukhari 4557 says that Muslims are the best people on the earth because they
Listen,
bring the
it is very difficult to understand what you say because your voice has echo somehow. Your microphone, I don't know. Maybe you come closer to the microphone.
Wait a second.
Okay.
Can you listen me now?
Now is better. Yes, please. Yeah.
So the hadith says that Muslims are the best people on the mankind. Okay.
Okay.
So the reason for this, the hadith gives the reason that because they bring the non-Muslims with the chains in their neck.
Okay. The hadith says, if the hadith says that's trash because Quran says.
Wait. I can't listen you.
You hear me?
Speak now.
All right. I say the hadith is trash because Quran says, chapter 60, verse 8 of the Quran says, Allah does not forbid you from those who do not fight you because of your religion and expel you from your homes from being righteous towards them and act justly. Allah loves the doors of good. Okay. So Allah can instruct me.
So that hadith was in Mecca or Medina.
Sorry. Doesn't matter if hadith is Mecca or Medina. I say Quran, I have to follow every single verses of the Quran. Okay, parabel. Chapter 3, verse 7 says that those who are firm in knowledge, they say we believe in it, all of it's from our Lord. Okay, so entire Quran is from my Lord, and I have to follow chapter 60, verse 8 as well. Every single verses of the Quran. Doesn't matter. This is stupid thing that they say Mecca, Medina. There is no Mecca, Medina. Every verses of the Quran. Every verses of the Quran.
I need to connect it.
Okay. Do you hear me now? Parabel, do you hear me? Let me see what it says.
Yes. I heard.
Okay, well, I have to see what Mike says. Posted for about it contradict 256. Yes. Not only 256. I said chapter 60, verse 8 as well, because 256
What does
says no compulsion. No compulsion in religion.
What does 256 says?
No compulsion.
No, that is abrogated.
Sorry?
No, that is abrogated. No,
Okay,
that
you
is
abrogated. You abrogated? Did you abrogate that?
No, that no.
Did you abrogate that? Parable. Did you abrogate that
Allah
verse?
did.
Allah did. Where he did it? Where he did it? When?
In later verses, in later chapters.
In where? In where? In what?
No. Listen. If you read chronologically, okay. So this one, that there is no compulsion in religion, was before Hijrat. Am I right?
No.
I'm not right.
Okay, listen to me. Listen to me. It doesn't matter was before Hijrah or after Hijrah.
No.
Before parabel,
No,
parabel.
no.
No, wait, parabel. Please don't teach me my religion. Before you open the Quran and read even the first verse of the Quran, you should read chapter 3, verse 7. It says, "It is we who have sent down to you, O Muhammad, the book. In it there are precise verses that are the foundation of the book, and unspecific verses. As for those whose heart is corrupted, they follow only," listen to me, "only the specific verses." Wait.
Please. No, please listen. You are not listening. You are just khutbah. You are doing a khutbah here.
Okay, listen to me. If you are going to be like this, I'm not going to talk to you parabel. Okay, you are not going to tell me. Wait, you are not going to tell me that I'm not a Muslim. Okay, you are not ISIS. You are not ISIS. Are you ISIS? To takfir me.
No,
are you ISIS to takfir me? You takfir me here now.
You are not letting me speak, bro.
No, I speak. I let you. You say I'm not Muslim. Are you? Why you takfir me here? Are you God?
I am not God, bro.
So why you takfir me?
Listen, I want to say that chapter number 2, verse number 256 is abrogated by verse chapter 9,
well,
verse
let
number
me.
29.
I said parabel.
Open
Please.
chapter number 9, verse number 29. Open chapter number 9, verse 29. Open chapter number 9, verse 29. It is abrogated.
Okay.
Don't deceive, bro.
Okay, so listen to me. So you mean that only chapter 9 is to follow only chapter 9? Everywhere else is abrogated, yeah?
No, there is concept of abrogation.
No, wait. Which verses of the Quran I have to follow? How many verses of the Quran I have to follow? Can you tell me? You who are a scholar here. How many verses? 6,236. Yeah, 6,236. How many of them are abrogated?
What?
How many of these verses are abrogated?
I didn't count it.
You didn't count it. So when you don't know, please learn that and then come to me and tell me how many verses are abrogated.
No.
Because wait.
You
Parabel,
are diverging to topic, bro.
Parabel. Because chapter 3, verse 7 says, "Those firm in knowledge say, we believe in it, all of it from our Lord." Have you read chapter 3, verse 7?
Can you bring on screen?
Okay, I read it for you, okay? Because that takes time. I will read it for you.
Sorry,
I will read it.
Listen, I can't understand your dialect a little bit, so can you bring it on screen?
No, I'm just going to read for you, okay? Because there are different translation. I'm reading for you this translation because
why are you so afraid, bro?
Okay,
You are
I
not
will bring it for you on the screen, but I've read my translation. Okay, just a second.
No, hello, listen first. Don't
and
jump into another topic.
No. Before. Wait. Before.
No, you started. You brought 256. You brought 256.
Okay.
Let's finish that first.
I say before you do debate me, okay, you have to read chapter 3, verse 7, and then follow. Okay, let me see. Ayah, yes.
Bring it on screen, bro. Please bring it on the screen. I can't understand you. I can't understand.
Do you see it on the screen?
Yeah, zoom.
Yeah, it is zoomed. Okay, it is zoomed. Do you see that?
Yes.
Okay, I read for you. "It is he who has sent down to you, O Muhammad, the book. In it are verses that are precise. They are the foundation of the book, and others unspecific. As for those whose heart is corrupted, they will follow that of it which is unspecific, desiring to create confusion and their own interpretation." Okay, so those whose heart is corrupted, they take those unspecific verses, okay, like 929.
That's not an answer.
Wait.
That's not an answer.
Listen to me, I said, okay? They follow only the unspecific. Now continues, okay? "And no one knows the true interpretation except Allah and those firm in knowledge. And they say, we believe in it, all of it is from our Lord. and no one will be reminded except those of understanding. So Allah and those firm in knowledge understand the true interpretation of these verses, okay, unspecific verses. So do you agree with me so far that there are precise verses and unspecific verses? Do you agree with me or not?
So you mean to say some verses have hidden meanings?
Sorry?
You mean to say that some verses have hidden meanings?
No, some verses are unspecific, means that there is a what is it? There is a interpretation, or you cannot. Okay, let me tell you in this way. Wait, you cannot translate them because they are not precise. You have to interpret them. Okay.
Can I ask you a question?
Listen, when you say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, wait, in the name of the most merciful and forgiving God, you cannot interpret that. That's you just translate it. It's because it is precise. Okay.
No,
all right. But there are verses.
Can I ask a question on this verse?
I have to explain this verse. But there are verses that you cannot translate. You have to interpret. Do you understand that or not? Problem. How Quran works. Do you understand?
What is your name? Muji. Hello, Muji.
Yes.
Can I ask you a question on this verse?
No, first I want no. First, I want you to accept that there are unspecific verses in the Quran, as the Quran says. Do you accept that or not?
Can I ask a question on this verse?
Why? Which verse?
This verse, which you have shown.
Chapter 3, verse 7. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So ask me. Yes, please. What is that question?
In 6,200 ayahs, how will you know that this is specific and this is non-specific?
No, that's the okay.
It is subjective. It is subjective.
Okay, that's what I was going to tell you. Okay, all right. So there are verses that are precise. Okay, that everybody understand them, but there are verses that are unspecific. So how to understand that which one is, you know what, is that you have to put these verses beside other verses. Okay, they do not contradict each other. Okay, verses should not contradict the precise verses of the Quran. Okay, like chapter 60 verse 8 that I read, that says there is no any ambiguity in that. Allah says, Allah does not forbid you from those who do not fight you and expel you from your homes from being righteous toward them and act justly. So this is a precise verse. Okay, you cannot misinterpret it, or you cannot change the meaning. So no verse in the Quran should contradict that one. If it contradicts that one,
okay,
then your interpretation is wrong. Okay, understand? Your understanding of that verse is wrong. When Quran says in 113 verses, says in the name of the most merciful and forgiving God, and then other verses should not contradict that because it's a precise verse. Okay, because these are the foundation of the book. You understand what is the foundation? The foundation of a building, it is what the building stand on. So Quran stand on the precise verses, okay, not the unspecific verses. All right? Yes.
Okay. Muji, can you listen?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, whichever verse I say to you to open, before opening that, tell me that is whether it is specific or not. If it is not specific, then raise your.
Sometimes it's very difficult to understand because your mic is very difficult. Okay, I mean it has an echo.
Okay, I am saying that whenever I quote a verse, you tell me that whether it is specific or not specific.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You said Quran 256. I say open Quran 9:29.
Okay, 9:29. Okay, let's open 9:29. Okay, please let me share it for you.
What?
Okay, let's share it for. Wait. You said we go to 9:29. Okay, here. Okay, share. Let me go to 9.
Yeah, before that, no. Before that, what you said? What does Quran 256 say?
Okay, are we going to talk to 9:29 or 256?
No, first go to 256, which you had shown to me.
Okay, 256.
Which you claimed to me.
What I claimed for you?
Yes.
That there is no compulsion in religion. Yeah.
Sorry,
Okay.
sorry, my English is not. Sorry if my English is not that good.
I
Okay.
said yes. I said 256 says there is no compulsion in religion. Okay. There
Yes,
are.
yes, yes. No compulsion in religion.
Okay, let me see. It's 256. Sorry, I wrote 252. 256. Okay. All right.
Whichever
And
that
you
is, I don't
don't
know
tell
the
me.
number.
Okay. There is
No
no
compulsion in
compulsion in religion. The difference
Yes.
between guidance and error has been made clear. Whoever rejects false gods, it's not false gods, it's rebellions, and believes in God has grasped firm, unshakable support. God hears all and knows all. Okay, so don't
Okay,
tell me
okay,
this
okay.
is
Hello,
abrogated because
hello,
this is
hello,
wait.
hello. Let
No,
me
no, wait.
speak, sir. Let me speak also.
No, wait. I have to tell you something before you speak, okay? This is my religion. You don't teach me my religion and tell me this is abrogated. It's not up to
So
you to
why
say
have
it's abrogated.
no? Why
So
have
wait,
you opened then given the link? What have given the link if you don't want to have a discussion?
no, I want a discussion, but I want that you understand something
So don't
well.
dictate. No. So don't dictate me that I do not. I have not to answer question.
No, I say you have no right to teach me my book and tell me, no, your book say that. This is my book, and
No,
I say
you
my book says
no.
this.
No, you are dictating me like believe me, believe me, believe me. You are
No, I
wrong.
didn't
Believe
say
me.
believe you. No, I said, listen, this is very understandable. I say this is my book, and you cannot dictate my book to me that say your book, this is abrogated. I tell you that no, I know my book better than you, okay, and anyone else, that I have to follow according chapter 3, verse 7. I have to follow all verses of the Quran. Okay, all of it is from my Lord. Understand? Okay, so I have to follow this as well. There is no compulsion in religion. Okay, not a single Muslim, Perbel, not a single Muslim says that this verse has been abrogated. Even the most extremist one, when I bring this verse to them, okay, and I say, because they believe in killing apostate, and I say, this verse says there is no compulsion in religion. They say, no, this is about non-Muslims. They don't say that this is abrogated. Even ISIS, even Taliban, they say, no, this is about non-Muslims. We have no right to force convert them to Islam. Okay? Do you understand that? So not a single Muslim on this planet say that this, despite this verse is clear that there is no compulsion in religion for anybody, apostate or non-Muslims, okay? Because it used a term that is ha, la ilaha illallah, la ikraha fid din, okay? All right, now, please. So are we done with this verse or not?
Yes. Now let's go to 929.
Okay, now we go to 929. Okay, just a second. 929. This is a verse that I've been talking about a lot of time. Okay, 929. Yeah. Okay. I hope you see. Okay. Tell me, what is that? Fight
No,
those
which
people.
website? Which website is this? Can you please tell me?
It is islamawakened.com. There are different islamawakened.com.
Okay.
Okay.
You don't have Quran.com?
No, I don't want to go to Quran.com because Quran.com is a stupid site. This has many different translation. Muhammad Asad, Quran.com is just one translation. Here's Muhammad Asad, Muhammad Mahmoud Ghali, Safi Kaskas, okay? And then I can go for Muhammad Asad again. And you see all of this translation, okay? So I read for you from Safi Kaskas. Fight those people of the book who do not believe in God and the last day, those who do not forbid that which has been forbidden by God and his messenger, and do not follow the religion of truth until they pay the jizya after having been subdued. Okay, so now what do you want to tell me about this verse? Can you tell me, please?
So the previous one, no compulsion in religion. So it
Yes,
means that listen.
I'm listening. Yeah.
So if a person does not want to choose Islam, so Allah is having no problem in Quran 2:56. Okay, he will get hell and he has to see himself. Okay,
And your
so
voice,
he
listen. Your voice is terrible, unfortunately, and many of your words I don't understand. Okay, because
Can you
your
listen me
voice,
now?
your voice has an echo. Okay,
What should
now,
I do?
yeah, okay, all right. So I know what the verse 256 says. This verse says what? Can you explain for me this verse? What the verse says? This verse. Maybe I don't understand something.
I should
Can you?
explain.
Yeah, because I want to know how you understand this verse.
Okay.
What is your problem with
Okay.
this verse? So you
And
think that this verse?
no,
You
no.
think
So
that,
let me let
yes?
me explain the problems I have with this verse. Okay.
Yes. Can you tell me, please, your problem with this verse?
So
I
okay,
know,
okay.
I know,
So,
I know that I know your problem.
listen, please.
Yes.
Please
Okay. Tell
listen.
me. Yes. Yes.
So
Say.
what is the last word in this verse?
What is the last word? What in this verse?
In this verse, what is the last word? Read that.
The last word, subdued. Okay.
Yes, you have to be
Okay.
subdued if you do not accept that. And you have to pay
Accept
jizya.
what?
Okay.
No. Wait. One by one. If you do not accept what? Can you explain?
Allah.
I accept Allah. Yeah.
Yes.
That's
So
the wait. First, wait. What is your religion? Can you tell me, please?
My religion?
Yes.
I am a Hindu.
You are a Hindu. Does this verse
Yes.
says? Does this verse says fight the Hindus or fight the
What?
atheists? Does this
No,
verse?
the previous book ones. The previous book ones.
Yeah. So it is says fight those people of the book. Yeah.
Yes. Previous book.
So okay. So fight those people of the book. Do you understand grammar? Do you understand language, brother?
Yes.
You understand language?
It is
So
Christian and Jews.
okay. So wait. If Allah wanted me to fight Christian and Jews, would say fight people of the book. What is this? Those people of the book. What does it mean? Those? Can you tell me?
Christian and Jews.
No. Listen to me. If I say fight those Americans who are racist, am I talking about Americans or I'm talking about a portion of Americans?
No, but 256 says there is no compulsion.
Listen to me, brother, please understand language. If you don't understand language, it's not possible to talk to you. You don't understand language. I say, if I say fight those Americans who are racist, am I talking about all Americans?
No.
So I'm talking about a portion of Americans. Here it's a fight those people of the book, means fight a portion of people of the book. Am I right or not?
Yes.
So,
yes, yes.
all right, wait.
Okay.
Yes, wait. Because especially when you put this verse beside chapter 3, verse 113, let me read for you those verses as well so that you understand.
Which verse?
Wait, 68, okay. Chapter 3, verse 113, 14, and 15 says, not all of them are alike. Of the people of the book are a person that stand for the right. They rehearse the verses of God all night long, and they prostrate themselves in adoration. They have faith in God and the last day. They enjoin what is right and forbid what is wrong. And they hasten in emulation in all good works. They are in the ranks of the righteous. And whatever good they do, never will it be removed from them. And Allah is knowing of. Wait, please. Wait.
It is not. No, it is not visible on the screen. It is not visible on the screen.
Sorry.
It is not visible on the screen.
Okay, so what, you don't trust me when I'm reading for you?
You are using another website. How can I trust you?
Okay, I will listen to me. I go chapter 3, verse 113 because I didn't want to change all the time. Chapter 3, verse 113. Okay, here. Okay, rush to forgiveness from chapter 3, verse 113. Okay, wrong. I said 113 here. I should put. Okay, here it says, they are not all alike. Among the people of the book are upright people reading God's verses all night as they bow down. Okay, next verse. Where is it? Here. Next verse. They believe in God and the last day, order what is obviously right, forbid what is obviously wrong, and they are quick to do good deeds. They are righteous. Next verse. Okay. So that's why I was telling you, those who are firm in knowledge, they put verses of the Quran beside each other and understand what they mean. Okay.
No,
Now,
can you
wait,
listen?
stop.
No.
Wait.
Listen. I'm giving you something.
They
Can you
let me read the verse. The good they
Okay,
do
read first.
will not wait. The good they do will not be forgotten. God knows those who are mindful of Him. Okay, so when you put these verses, okay, beside chapter 9, verse 29, even if you don't put those verses beside this verse, you should already understand that those people of the book fight. Those people of the book means not all of them, but if you don't understand language, at least put this verse beside those verses that Allah distinguish between good people of the book and bad people of the book. So this verse is talking about bad people of the book because they do not, in reality, it is not believe in God and the last day, because all people of the book believe in God and the last day. It is they do not have faith in God and the last day. As the result of have no faith, they do not forbid which has been forbidden by God and His messenger, and do not follow the religion of truth. Okay, religion is not actually the religion; it is the law of truth. Okay, so these people, and then several verses there explain for us what they do. Is in chapter 9, verse 34. Let me go to 34 to show you who are these people that we have to fight with them and what they have to pay. It says, believers, many of the rabbis and monks wrongfully take men's wealth and turn people away from the path of God. Tell
Can you
those.
listen me for a second?
All right. Now, you want to say
Open
something?
chapter number 9.
Chapter
Open
what?
Chapter number 9, verse number 29 again. Chapter
Okay.
9, verse 29 again.
All right. Yes. I read for you now. Tell me what you want to say about this again.
So what's the reason that Allah gives for fighting? What's the reason?
The reason was I showed you
Yes.
the few
In this
verses.
verse, go to other verse, in this verse.
Okay, the reason it says they have no faith in God and the last day. So, and then the result is that they do not forbid which has been forbidden by God and His messenger.
No, it's not. No, it's not God. It's Allah. Okay, it's not God.
Sorry?
It's Allah. It's Allah. It's Allah. It's not God.
All
It's
right,
not
listen.
God. It's Allah. Okay.
Listen to me, please. I don't have much time to to go with your because you are absolutely have no knowledge. Suddenly you come. What in Arabic is God? Can you please tell me the word in Arabic for God? Problem.
Allah. Allah. Allah.
Allah. So Abdullah. What does it mean,
Yes.
Abdullah? What
No,
Abdullah mean?
no. It means servant of God.
No. Yes, servant of God. Yeah, Abdullah. And was Prophet Muhammad's father, his name was what? Can you tell me? Do you know what was Abdullah? Yeah. So he was servant of God. Was he a Muslim? Was he a
Can you listen me?
No. Wait. Was he a Muslim or he was a pagan?
No, he was a polytheist.
Yeah, he was a polytheist. So Arab polytheists also said God, Allah. Okay. And Muslim also say, Christian Jews also say Allah in Arabic. Okay. So please don't tell me that Allah doesn't. Okay,
let me speak also.
No,
Let me present my side also. Let me present my side also. You are not listening.
Horrible. You are not going to talk, nonsense here. We believe Allah is God, and you see in translation also it's written God. Okay, and all Arabs say before listen to me. Before you enter, we were talking about what God means in other language. Manir was saying in French, I say it in Persian is Khuda. Okay? Allah, God, we don't say Allah, we say Khuda, despite we are Muslims. Okay? So in Arabic, Allah means God. Okay, so and stop this one, please. Stop. Otherwise, I don't want to continue this conversation. If you do, you try to
You are
change
not
my
listening
religion.
my side. No,
Listen,
you are not listening my side.
okay, no, because you say God is not Allah. Allah is not God. Okay, so if you want
Let
to
me
have a sincere conversation, okay, then please
I know I
don't
want to also
don't
present
change-
my side also. You are not
don't-
listening. You
no, because you talk nonsense. You say God doesn't mean Allah. Okay, that's nonsense. Okay, I don't want to listen to
no,
nonsense.
because, no,
Don't-
no,
you
because
don't
that's a proper noun.
you
Proper
don't
noun.
you,
That's a proper
no,
noun.
you don't change my you don't change my religion. Okay, please. All right, this is what we say,
You are
and
not.
you don't you believe it.
You are
You
not.
believe.
You
Sorry,
are not listening.
but you say that Allah doesn't mean God. Please stop that. Okay.
Let me present my side
Why,
also.
why
You
I
are
have
not listening.
why I have to listen? Why I have to listen to nonsense? Tell me. When
Then
you
why
talk,
have you opened your YouTube channel?
sorry,
Why
sorry.
then why have you given your links? Then why have you put your link in YouTube?
To those who talk, you know, what do you say? Those who don't talk now, even sometimes, what is it? Hourglass, I don't, who is a Muslim, when he talk nonsense, I don't allow him to talk. Okay, talk that makes sense. Okay, when you say Allah does mean God, then that's nonsense. Okay, so and you see the translation also God. Okay, how many translation I have to bring for you that it is God? In Arabic is God. Jewish, Arab Jewish, they say Allah. Okay,
No, there are two words. First is Allah, second is
what
Allah.
what wait
Okay.
Jewish Arabs,
Allah is
wait Jewish Arab, what they say when they say God, how they say it? Huh?
they say Adonai or Yahweh.
Sorry, you
Adonai
don't,
or Yahweh.
they say Yahweh. No, they don't say Yahweh.
Adonai. This
You
they,
don't
they say
know.
Adonai.
No, they don't. They say I don't know.
Adonai. They say Adonai. Yes,
What?
yes, Adonai.
Adonai.
Adonai. Yes.
Adonai. They say Adonai.
You don't know what that means?
No, because
They
I know
don't
that.
say Yahweh. They say Adonai.
No, they don't say Yahweh.
They don't
They
use
don't.
Yahweh.
Okay,
They
don't say.
don't use Yahweh much according to
Okay,
their 10
I
commandments. There
didn't
is a
say that.
commandment that you don't want.
Parabel. I didn't say they say Yahweh. They say Allah. Okay, even Jewish Arab they say Allah. Christian Arab they say Allah. Okay, so stop, please. God in Arabic is Allah. Okay, so let's stop this nonsense and continue on the verse. Okay, it say fight those people of the book. If I asked you if I want you to fight Americans, do I say fight those Americans or I say fight Americans? Can you tell me, please?
Specific Americans.
I say specific. I say fight Americans. I don't say fight those Americans. Even any rational person, any little child understand, I'm talking about the portion of, if I say fight those Americans, I'm talking about the portion of Americans. Especially when you put this verse beside those verses that I read for you, that Allah says not all of them are alike. A portion is like this, that means that they are not the same. So it is talking, this verse is talking about a portion of people of the book. Okay, and it is not belief, it is faith. It says, because all of them, they say we believe in God and the last day. Not a single Christian and Jew say we don't believe in God and the last day. Okay,
No,
so all of them believe in the God and the last day. Okay,
but can I raise a question?
Please.
Do you see the word his messenger in this verse?
Okay, yeah.
So who is this messenger?
This is Prophet Muhammad.
So Christian and Jews follow who so
Actually, I
do
don't
not follow.
Listen to me. It's not follow. It says they do not forbid
Yes, they do not say haram. They do not
they
say
do not.
haram.
No, they do not say haram. It says they do not
Yes,
forbid
no.
what. Okay, they do not forbid which has been forbidden by God and His Messenger. Okay, so what has been forbidden by God and His Messenger is mentioned in chapter 9, verse 34, that they consume people's wealth unjustly and they avert people from the way of Allah. Okay, like the Christian priests in Renaissance time in Europe, they swallowed people's money unjustly and they averted millions of.
Can you
Yeah,
repeat?
yeah,
Can
wait,
you repeat?
let me finish my word. They averted millions of Europeans from the way of God and made them atheists. Okay, so we have to fight those priests and rabbis who do this, who fool people and get their money wrongfully. Understand? It is not about all Christian and Jews. I hope you understood by now that it is not about all Christian and Jews. It's about a portion of them. Okay, so now please.
But it has those do not forbid what Allah's messenger has forbid. So
What
you
is
have to
that?
fight those
So
Christians who
what
do.
is
So no,
what?
listen. You also listen. You can't
Okay.
listen to 2 minutes. I'm listening
Okay.
from 2 minutes straight. I'm not speaking a single word. Please listen to 2 minutes also.
Okay, please speak. Yes, yes.
So,
Speak.
so what Allah has commanded that you have to fight against those Christians who do not say that it is forbidden what Allah's messenger has forbidden. So this is the reason what Islam
So
does.
what is that?
So,
What is that?
no,
Explain for me.
yes,
Explain for me what has been forbidden and they do not forbid. What is it that we have to fight them?
like pork, alcohol.
Sorry, pork and alcohol. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Are you? Please. I'm really, because this is people of the book. You just listen. I told you, chapter 3, verse 7 says, "Those whose heart is corrupted, like your heart, okay, is corrupted." You say Christian. It is about Christian and Jews and Sabians. There are 3 different people of the book in Quran: Christian, Jews, and Sabians. Jews don't drink alcohol and they don't eat pork. So it is not about pork and alcohol. And this is all of, listen, and all of Christians, not a single Christian forbid alcohol and pork. They all eat pork and they drink alcohol. So why it says fight those people?
Listen.
Why it says those people?
No, you are misunderstanding me. Listen. The Allah's messenger has forbid pork and alcohol. Am I right?
What?
Allah's messenger has forbid pork and alcohol. Am I right?
Yes.
So Christians do not believe in this, right? They eat pork, they drink alcohol. Am I
Listen,
right?
I'm really a little bit, getting annoyed by you. Why you distinguish Christians? Does this verse talking about Christians? Parabel, if you are going to listen to me, please. My patient. Listen. My patient is getting finished because you are, you try to, somehow to force your terrible understanding. Okay, it says people of the book. Why you just say Christians? Christians eat pork and drink alcohol. Why are you talking about just Christian people of the book? So if it is pork and alcohol, then why we have to fight the Jews? Because they don't eat pork.
Now, can you tell me who were the followers of Injil?
Why you change the subject?
No,
what it has to do with Injil here? What it has to? Are we talking?
I'm not changing.
Are we talking about 929?
No. Yes.
No.
We are talking about the same verse.
What it has to do with Injil?
So who are the followers of Injil? Tell me.
Christians.
Okay. So was that a book before?
Sorry?
Was that a book before sent by Allah?
I don't understand what you say.
Was that a book sent by Allah?
The Injil, yeah.
So
sorry,
Christians
wait.
Are the followers of him.
Christian follow. Okay, so this is again. It's going out of the out of the subject. Okay. It doesn't. It is not about if they follow Book of Allah or not. It's talking. We are talking about 9. We are talking about 929. Okay. And there is nothing about Injil. There is nothing about Injil that it is not from God or it is from God. It's talking about invite
Can I
those.
explain with a, can I explain with an example?
Okay, explain, please.
Suppose the Christians live is your neighbor, okay? A Christian is your neighbor, okay?
Okay,
So Christian eat pork and alcohol, am I right?
Christian what?
Christian eat pork and alcohol,
Okay, so
and Allah's messenger has forbade that, okay?
okay,
So now read the reason which Allah is giving to fight those
okay,
Christians
stop.
and those people about that.
I'm sick and tired of you. Okay, I'm sick and tired of your nonsense because you make me angry. Okay, let me read for you something, Mister. Okay, let me read for you something. Wait, chapter 60, verse 8. And I told you, you cannot dictate my religion to me, because my religion, I define my religion. Okay, not you. All right, my
So you
religion.
people dictate other religions. No, you
Wait,
people dictate. No,
stop,
no,
stop,
Quran
stop,
dictate others' religion. No,
stop.
you.
Okay, stop,
That's not
stop.
a safe book.
Wait, stop. I want to read for you. Okay, because my religion tells me that I have to follow every verses of the Quran. And chapter 60, verse 8 says, God does not forbid you from dealing kindly and equitably with those who did not fight you because of your faith and did not drive you out of your homes. God loves those who are equitable. Okay, so so I have to follow this verse, okay, as well. And just because Christians drink alcohol, okay, and eat pork, it doesn't mean that I have to fight them, because they do not fight me. They do not expel me from my home. Okay,
They do not
Marabel,
consider that haram because they do not consider that haram. Allah has given.
okay, stop. I'm sick and tired of you. Okay, nobody has made me so angry than you make me. Okay, you don't understand anything. Okay, you just continue like I don't understand. My God, so many times I have to explain for you. You know, Mike, please join me. Mike, please join me. Please help me because I'm very upset. Mike, if you can. He even says where the Quran says to cut off thieves' hands. It doesn't actually. Mike, please, let's talk about that, okay? That's I was saying chapter 3, verse 7. There are unspecific verses of the Quran, and I have all the facts that why that verse doesn't say that, okay, please. And we have a whole video about that, Mike, okay? Because this guy didn't want to accept anything, my God. And put in front of him the verses, and he denied them. And he wants to dictate my religion for me. Hi, Peep. Hi, Peeps. Not sure. Sorry, I'm eating dinner. Okay, bon appetit. All right, no problem. I want you to join Mike after you have eaten, so that, oh my God, some people are, they're so stubborn. They don't want to listen. I'm saying to him that I have to follow every single verse of the Quran, according chapter 3, verse 7, okay? I cannot say chapter 60, verse 8, it's abrogated. He wants to abrogate my book for me and say, just follow chapter 9, verse 29. And even chapter 9, verse 29 is so clear. A little child understand that those people of the book doesn't mean all people of the book. It means a portion of them. Even if you don't understand, even if you are so uneducated and you don't understand, then you have to put it beside chapter 3, verse 113, 14, 15, that says, not all of them are alike. A portion of them are good people, okay? So many verses of the Quran teaches you to be kind, to be just. Fight. Let me bring for you this verse as well, okay? I have to bring for you. Okay, wait, I have to read for you before I bring other verses. I have to read these verses about people of the book, okay? Chapter 2, 29, verse 46. And do not argue with the people of the book, scripture, except in a way that is best, except for those who commit injustice among them. And say, we have faith in which has been revealed to us and revealed to you, and our God and your God is one. We are Muslims in submission to him. In chapter 2, verse 62, those who have faith and those who are Jews and Christian and Sabians, whoever has faith in God and the last day and do righteous good deeds shall have their rewards with their Lord. On them shall be no fear, nor shall they grieve. Chapter 3, verse 113, 14, 15, I read. Chapter 3, verse 199. And there are certainly among the people of the book those who have faith in God, in the revelation to you and in the revelation to them, bowing in humility to God. They will not exchange the verses of God for a miserable gain. For them is a reward with their Lord, and God is swift in account. I can read a lot of verses, okay? Now about fighting, okay? Fighting. Let me see. Quran, as long as they fight here. Chapter 2, verse 190. Fight in the cause of Allah only against those who wage war against you, but do not exceed the limits. Allah does not like transgressor. Chapter 8, verse 61. And if they incline to peace, then incline to it also, and rely upon Allah. Indeed, it is He who is hearing the knowing. Okay, and there are many verses in the Quran that says, okay, that we have no right to fight against those who do not fight us, and even if we fight, we have to fight as long as they fight. Okay. And then the guy comes here, want to teach me what my Quran says. Oh, it is abrogated. Okay. Salam alaikum, Mike, my brother.
Hey.
How are you? Mike, really, he was annoying. Okay, I don't used to remove people because he was not accepting anything, any facts. Now, Mike, about chapter 5, verse 38, please understand it, okay? That
no. I know you're cut deep, the accent, Mark.
Yes, I mean, Mike,
I was just telling Mark, you do have your own interpretation.
No,
so anyway, back to like 9:5 and 9:29, right? This is one of my favorite verses, the verses of the sword.
Yes.
So was that revealed? It was after the treaty with the pagans, right?
Yes. After they broke
the treaty under the tree, Hodeidah or whatever it is.
They broke it. Yes, they broke the treaty, and then these words. But the thing is that, Mike, these people, they say all the Quran is abrogated. This chapter is the only one. But come on, chapter 3, verse 7 says we believe in it. We believe in all of it. I have to believe in all those verses that say fight as long as they fight. Okay, and that verse which I read now, fight as long as they fight, it is during the fighting. It says fight this is the first verse came when they started the fight. Okay, it said fight as long as they fight. When they stop fighting, you stop fighting too, because Allah does not like those who transgress. And when they came with that treaty, Prophet Muhammad took it right away. He because he knew that he can succeed in peace better than in war. Okay, that's why he accepted. And then during peacetime, he became stronger and stronger. Okay. Yes.
Right. So one, Can a treaty with a Kufr nation last more than 10 years? I've seen scholars say because that treaty was only 10 years that you can't have a permanent peace treaty with Kufr nations.
First of all, there is no kuffar nation and such things. Kuffar are those who, do not follow God's commands, which is doing good deeds, avoiding bad deeds. That's kufr, okay? Like ISIS, Taliban, they are kafir as well, okay? So kufr is not this that you don't believe in God, okay? Kufr is not that a Christian nation is kafir, no. So as long as you do good deeds, you are a Muslim. Muslim means submission to God's command, okay? Prophet Muhammad said, Muslim is the one who people are safe from his mouth and his hand. If my people are safe from your mouth and your hand, you are a Muslim. But ISIS are not Muslim because people are not safe from their mouth and their hand. They kill people, yes? So if we find this criteria, then we understand. And chapter 49, verse 13 as well says, oh, mankind. It doesn't talk about Muslims. It talk about Mike as well. Oh, mankind, the best of you in the sight of Allah is the most righteous one of you, okay? The one who do good deeds, okay? Anyway, so that, sorry, I have to say this, Mike, sorry, that treaty was 10 years. It doesn't mean that any treaty has to be 10 years. People came and said, okay, let's have a treaty for 10 years and let's see what will happen after that. But they broke it in the middle. So if I have a treaty with, if let's say Russia has a treaty with USA and the treaty is 20 years or 30 years, so it doesn't matter. As Allah wants peace. So the longer, the better, okay? The longer, the better. We don't want fight. Okay, yes, Mike, please.
Okay, I just remember I saw a Muslim scholar say you can't have a permanent peace treaty, and he said Kufr nation. But anyways, so there seems to be this big distinction of people.
Yeah, just only here when he said Kufr nation, then I realized right away that he must have been one of these extremist, stupid guys. Okay, yes, please. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so why all this? The people of the book. You treat the people of the book one way. Okay. Doesn't it then imply that non-Christians, non-Jews, non-Sabaeans, who may be Medians nowadays,
all right,
should be treated differently, like the Druze or the Alawites or atheists or Hindus?
Now I'm saying, because actually these type of verses came, of course, for those Arab in that part of the world, and they were just pagans and Christian and Jews and Sabaeans, okay? So they had, these verses were for them how to treat these people, okay? So with Christian and Jews in this way, but with the polities, okay, in the way that they are attacking you. But there are verses that if they keep their treaty, then you are also continue. And chapter 60, verse 8 says, anyone says, Allah does not forbid you from those. Those means anyone, Mike. It doesn't mean just Christian and Jews. Those who do not fight you and expel you from your homes, okay? So it implied to everyone, all right? And chapter 49, verse 13 also, that imply to every human being that as long as you are a righteous person, you will be rewarded by God. And there are many verses in the Quran, Mike, yeah? All right, please.
Yeah, well, also, don't the pagans claim that it was Muhammad that broke the treaty because he didn't send the women back? Right? Wasn't he supposed to, if anybody came to want to convert to Islam, he was supposed to send the pagans back to the polytheists?
No. The treaty was that they, freely go. And then I know that one night the pagans attacked Muslims. Okay, if you watch this movie as well, The Message.
The Messenger, yeah, I've seen it.
The Message, yeah, with Anthony Quinn. Okay, in that movie also shows that it was night, and then these pagans attacked Muslims and killed them. So that's why the treaty was, broken, not because of women and such things. I don't know from which story is that one. Okay.
Speaking of The Messenger, in 1977, some Muslims took people captive over that movie. They shot Marion Barry, who later became the mayor of D.C. The Hanafi siege, I think it's called.
Okay.
They were upset about the movie. I think the guy who produced that just died like 4 or 5 years ago. He was going to do a remake.
All right.
But so yeah, like graven images, things like that. Are those allowed in Islam? movies,
All right.
even cartoons.
All right. So Mike, it says, Mark says, you won't get any guest if you kick them out. Okay. I'm not kicking Mike out. I'm not kicking, even Falasana, I'm not kicking. But this guy was very annoying. Okay. He wasn't listening to anything. Okay. Either I should just close my ear and let him just blah, 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 blah. Okay. Or I should tell him that stop with this nonsense. I'm telling you all these things. And then he just again goes back to that ridiculous, thing that say, but, it says like this, it says like that. Okay. It says alcohol and pork is forbidden. I'm saying that it's talking about people of the book. It's not talking only about those people of the book. Yes, Mike? No? When it says those people of the book, all Christian and Jews drink alcohol and eat pork. It doesn't talk about all Christians and Jews that you have to, if it was, all Christian. If it was, then it would say fight Christians because they do not forbid what is forbidden. It doesn't say fight Christians. It say fight those Christians, those Jews, those Sabaeans who do this. And chapter 3, verse 113 says, not all of them are alike. Of them are a portion that are good. So if you don't understand, and then chapter 60, you have to put all these verses together. Allah does not forbid us from being righteous towards those who do not attack us. Okay? Let me see. Art. Why do you believe Muhammad's messenger was from God? Given he was the only prophet attacked by an angel, the only one. Attacked by an angel, I don't know what they are talking about because he wasn't attacked. He just got the revelation from the angel. All right. I know that you go to that stupid hadith, perhaps, that says he was choking him or choking him and so on. These people, they were a bunch of businessmen. They should write books, and in their books they should write a lot of stupid stories, like Prophet Muhammad went to heaven, and then God told him that how many prayer? 50 prayer, yeah, 50. Right? Yeah, 50 prayer. 50. Yes, and then he came from seventh floor. He came down to first floor. Moses stopped him.
Moses said, I couldn't get my people to pray once a day. Go back. He goes back 25. Says still too many. 15, 10, 5. Right.
And he was going all the time by elevator, up, down, stupid, So please don't bring for me these stupid people. They were writing just trash in their book.
Well, where's Martin today? He's the one who's always saying that attacked Muhammad in the cave, not an angel. So I think that's what he was referencing.
Yeah, I wrote him. He said that he's away and he will, God willing, he will join next week. Let's see.
Okay.
If he will join next week. Yeah, Mike, yes, of course. I say if rational person, people call. If not, if it is like that, unfortunately, I cannot, help them. And I cannot listen to those nonsense all the time. Somebody who doesn't want to accept anything. Yes.
Just so you know, in the chat, he kind of said, his English isn't great. So, and his microphone kind of bad.
It wasn't English. I was telling him and he wasn't accepting. I was telling him, do we agree that he's talking about a portion of people of the book? He wasn't accepting. He wasn't, saying, I was saying, look, they say those people of the book. Learn the language before, Anyway, I realized that he just has to condemn Islam in a way, It cannot be that he's wrong. I know some people cannot accept that they were wrong. Understand?
Right. Have you ever watched The Undercover Mosque?
No.
I think it's Dispatches. It's a British television channel or something. They sent in somebody with a hidden camera, and they're up in the women's section, and the one woman's telling them how in Islam you kill the kafirs, and again it's like it's petro-Islam. A lot of the stuff's traced back to Saudi Arabia. They're the ones funding all this stuff, but I think it was the Green Lane Mosque in London, huge mosque.
Right. Okay, I mean, I know that there are such a stupid people, and I engage with them on TikTok. They remove me right away. Okay, myself, and I tell them what is kafir. They cannot explain, and they remove me because they don't even understand the meaning of kafir. Mark, let me see. you kicked out your friends. I didn't kick out my friends. My friends are here, okay? And he's welcome. He's welcome again, but he must accept, some rules, okay? That you have to accept the fact. You cannot dictate my religion for me here and say, no, that verse is abrogated. When I bring for you the verse, the chapter 3, verse 7 says that I have to follow all verses of the Quran. Then he say, no, that verse is abrogated. That verse is abrogated, So please, somebody must be, rational and willing to accept, not being stubborn. All right. Why I don't care? But Mike is not a Muslim. Okay. Mike is an atheist, but because he's rational, he's not like that. He accepts the fact, and I talk to him until tomorrow, all night, without any problem. Okay. Yes. Mike, I think. Yes.
So you don't think there's any abrogation of anything in the Quran? Everything in the Quran should stay?
No. Listen, Mike, I say there are verses that are conditional, okay? Like free a slave, okay? We don't have slave, okay? If you do this, if you do that, free a slave. So today, if we commit a crime, then we have to do something else. That part, free a slave, should be abrogated. It is understandable, okay? And this is what scholars must say. And not, not some random guy, a Hindu guy, tell me that verse is abrogated. And if the scholar says something against the Quran, okay, tell me that this verse, chapter 60, verse 8, is abrogated, which is a precise verse. That's not abrogated. A precise verse cannot be abrogated. All right, like in the name of the most merciful and forgiving God. Understand? So if it doesn't, it's not possible to apply. Like Mike, like fight, okay? Fight those who do this and that, okay? Fight those who fight you. If it is peace, then that verse is abrogated when it is peace. It is in action when it is war. Again, when war happens, yes, it will be. Let's say I believe there will be finally. Quran says, finally, my righteous people will rule and inherit the planet, Mike. Okay. Many of verses of the Quran will be abrogated in those times because there will be no fight. There will be no, we cannot pay zakat because there will be no poor people. There will be no, money on the planet. Everybody share everything with each other. The word that I described for you, yeah. So many of these verses we don't need to follow. Stealing. There will be no stealing. Everything belongs to everybody. Okay. So in that world, which is when the righteous people will rule and inherit the planet, many of these verses are not going to be valid anymore. All right, because it doesn't happen. That's even people in those times when they see word stealing, they say, what? How can you steal something that belongs to you? Children who are born in that society and grow, they would not understand what the meaning of stealing, what the meaning of jail. Why should we put somebody in jail? Okay, because bad deeds will not happen. Everybody will be righteous. Okay.
Well, it's interesting. You said, when the whole world is ruled by Islam.
Okay.
Ibn Khaldun, I think is how you'd say it, was a scholar. I just saw a quote. Islam is obliged to bring all nations under its control.
Oh yeah, no. But what I'm saying is that for me, Mike, and I say it again, yes, I hope you understand that. It is the law of Islam means a law of God. The law of God will take the planet, which is equality, okay? Love one another. Everybody share everything with each other, okay? Everybody will be righteous. There's nothing that, is going to force you to anything, all right? Everybody themselves, they realize, that for the good of humanity, we have to live in this way, okay? For example, we don't have to drink alcohol because millions of people die from alcohol, Mike, okay? So for the good of humanity, we don't have to use drugs. We don't have to do this, do that, okay? So people will be righteous. It says people will be righteous. People will understand themselves, okay? Not by force. All right?
Okay.
Okay, my brother, I think I will also wrap it up if it is okay.
All right.
Yeah, thank you for being here. God
No
bless you, my
problem.
brother. Yeah, thank you very much for being here. Take care.
All right. You have a good one.
Yeah, thank you very much. You too. Have a good weekend. All right, my brothers. Thank you for being here. Art, please join next week. And contradictions seem to be very apparent. That's not contradiction, brother. That's completion. Okay, it is not contradiction. It's completion. It teaches you that that verse doesn't mean what you think. Okay, because they shouldn't contradict each other. That's right, and they complete each other. Okay, these verses are not contradicting but completing each other, so that you understand that, for example, 929 is not talking itself. It's very obvious by those people of the book. It should be understandable that it is about a portion of the people of the book. Then when you put it beside other verses, it should be even more clear for you, more understandable for you. All right, thank you very much, everybody. See you next week, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.